Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's a nice fall afternoon, Sunday afternoon, mid-October here in Minnesota. And I went out for a short ride today. I went out for a long ride about 3 days ago, earlier this week. Got together with a buddy of mine, did 560 miles up to northern Minnesota. Checked out fall colors and just had an awesome day on the road and on the bike. So hopefully I'll be able to get that video up on YouTube shortly. But what I wanted to do today was just make a couple comments. I've had a couple people message me who have followed my channel and knows that my history of touring and riding has been primarily on the Yamaha FJR, specifically in a 2006 FJR. And this year I kind of moved from the FJR to this KTM 1290 Super Adventure, and I've had a couple people ask me just for my thoughts on comparisons between the two, maybe a little bit of insight into the decision that I made to make this change. So just thought I'd do a really short video and share what are really my reasonings for making the switch that I did. On my travels and trips, I got the itch to go explore in places that the FJR just really wasn't the right tool for the job. Specifically, gravel roads, two-track roads, not hardcore trails at all. I'm not into that. Certainly not on a big bike. But I do like going down less traveled, unpaved roads, and I found myself doing that on the FJR on a couple of occasions out west in Wyoming and South Dakota, and it's not the right tool for the job for that. As remarkable as that motorcycle is for touring and hauling gear and high-speed travel and multi-state days, it's not designed for off-road. And so I was pushing it beyond its limits, and it just it wasn't good for the bike. It certainly wasn't good for me as a solo rider. So that's what led me to start looking at the adventure touring segment of bike, something that could still get me across states and across the country safely and efficiently and comfortably, but also could get me down unpaved surfaces as well. And so that's what really started it, just the desire to explore off the beaten path. As far as how I ended up with the KTM, I did test drive, did a demo on a BMW R1200 GS. It was I did that a couple of years ago. It was a new 2018 model. First year with that nice TFT screen that they have now, and it was awesome. The bike was amazing. It was comfortable. It was the fit and finish were top notch. I couldn't believe how comfortable and easy to ride that motorcycle was, but something about it just didn't stir my soul. And I got off the demo, walked across the parking lot to my 06 FJR, hopped on it, and I thought, man, now this is a motorcycle that stirs my soul. So I didn't buy it. I kind of concluded that, well, the GS is not for me, and went on the next year with another multi-state tour. That was 2019. No, actually that was 2018. But I kept an open mind, and so I started looking around. I did a test ride on a motorcycle identical to this a year ago, and it was sold before I had a chance to really decide whether it was something I wanted to do or not. So I ended up picking this up over the winter, last winter. Sold the FJR because I don't have room in the garage. I have 2 motorcycles, 3 cars, 2 snowblowers, 2 lawnmowers. I got like too much of everything, right? 4 bicycles. The list continues. And I got to fit all that stuff in a garage. So I had no room, and one of the bikes had to go. So I sold the FJR, knowing that if this proved to be some kind of big mistake, I can pick up a newer FJR pretty easily. They're fairly easy to come by, and so I did it. I pulled the plug, bought this motorcycle, and it has been every bit as good and even better than I hoped it would be for my purposes, for the kind of riding that I like to do and for where I like to travel. This has been an unbelievable motorcycle for that. I've put 9,000 miles on it this year. That's since April. It's now October. 4,000 miles were the Utah trip, and I will be getting videos, trip videos up from that as soon as the riding season here is done. I'll have time to work on that. But I love it. I love the bike. My criteria was something with a big gas tank, because I do like long range. I don't like to stop very often for gas, and so performance-wise, I wanted something that had a motor that would spin up, that was fun to ride, and this is undoubtedly, without question, it's really a violent motor, especially for a big bike like this, a bike the size of this. It's violent, the acceleration and performance, and I wanted a muffler too. I had mufflers. I had added aftermarket exhaust on my FJR. Loved the sound, and so I was hoping to find a bike that had the Acra pipe on it, and I was able to, so I didn't have to add it myself. I did cut the baffles out, which is something I've been known to do on motorcycles, is remove the baffles. So this has been debaffled, but that's it. It's been fantastic. It's a keeper. This is my new multi-state touring machine, and I was able to do a little under 200 miles of off-road travel when I was on my Utah trip. That was through Colorado, and most of the off-road sections were in Utah. But it was fantastic, phenomenal. You really don't know what else to say. I've loved the motorcycle. I do miss the FJR tremendously, but this has certainly been able to replace every capability the FJR has for me and my style, and go even further, because it can carry me down unpaved surfaces. All right, gang. Hope that helps. Talk to you later.